You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
I'm Stephen Cabral, and right now on our Motivation and Mindset Monday, I want to take a little step back, a little bit away from maybe the goal setting, the deciding what we really need to achieve in life in order to be fulfilled, and start to think about maybe where we're currently at, maybe where we've gone astray that's led to some of the wellness-based issues, maybe the weight gain, maybe the overall stress, the unhappy relationships, whatever it might be. Let's talk about that today. Let's see if we can't find the reason why we got into this kind of hamster wheel rat race in the first place. Because we all know right now that life has us scrambling for the most part. Very few of us escape this hamster wheel. I'm going to keep referring to it today, where we just go round and round in this wheel, but yet we're not necessarily getting anywhere. We're just looking around us. We're going through the motions, but yet the achievement isn't necessarily there. So we'll touch on that, but we're also going to touch upon why we feel so much of this stress in our lives, and oftentimes why it's the root cause, why it's the core. It's one of those root level things that's keeping us back from really having the happy, healthy life that we do want. I see so many people in my practice right now where stress, and that, again, if you want to get from a medical perspective, it's called the sympathetic nervous system dominance. From that perspective, that's leading to arterial constriction. That's leading to digestive-based issues. That's leading to the poor sleep, the insomnia. That's leading to the diabetes. Because you can't regulate stress, blood pressure, blood sugar, all of these things if your body does not have balance. But the problem is right now in life, we have so many demands on our time. They can be work, they can be, social settings as well. They can be maybe going back to school, you're in school, relationships with maybe a partner or a spouse, with our parents, maybe your own children that you're dealing with, maybe relationships as well with kind of friends that you feel you're almost outgrowing. Or what about those coworkers as well? All the get-togethers, the weddings that you might be invited to, everything, all these demands on our time leaves us for a little bit less of us, a little bit less for our own time, which is vitally important. But then on the same time, in terms of like our career and all these other things, we then have our own goals. And we've been touching upon that. We've been really talking about that on a lot of the Motivation and Mindset Mondays. And if you haven't checked in on those, do tune back. Go to any of the shows that say MM, because that's what's going to go over the topics of how to be a goal achiever, how to achieve these things. But now I want to take that one step further. And that's actually kind of like from the outside looking in, where you've kind of had this out-of-body experience and you're looking at your goals. Because sometimes we set up too many goals for ourselves. And last week's show, What's That One Thing, talked about that. But then what we try to do is we try to then make goals a priority in life, which then can add more stress. We try to figure out what is the goals that we truly want. Is it financial? Is it fame? Is it career? Is it legacy? Is it raising our kids right? Or is it having the best relationship with maybe our good friends and our community around us? All of these are great goals. But what happens is we're oftentimes jumping from goal to goal to goal. We're never really enjoying the satisfaction of getting that end result. Or oftentimes, when we do achieve the end result, it's not like what we thought it would be. There isn't the satisfaction, there isn't happiness, there isn't this life-changing events that happened when you got the new promotion. You were happy temporarily, yes, no doubt about it. When you got well, you got rid of the autoimmune disease, life might not have totally have changed. And we're going to talk about that, why that might be. When you got into the relationship that you wanted, you might have found, oh, this is what I was looking for, but it's not quite what I thought life would turn into. And so you start to then create other goals, maybe broader visions for yourself as well. And you say, when I achieve that next goal, well, that's when I'll be happy. That's when I'll be satisfied. That's when I can finally relax. And having goals in of themselves is not a bad thing. I actually think we all need it. There's very good studies that show that when a lot of people retire and they don't have something to do with their time, whether it be a hobby or an interest, traveling, taking a second language, any of those things, the brain as well as the body starts to atrophy. We start to go downhill far too quickly. So goals are very, very important. And I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about today is that when we accomplish these goals, is that it doesn't leave us with the satisfaction that we once thought it would. And so that oftentimes can make us say, well, what's the point? What's the point to anything? Will I ever be happy? Am I someone that's just not meant to be happy? Is that not just me? Is it something in my genetics? Well, my parents weren't really happy. Maybe their parents weren't happy. Like, okay, we're just unhappy people. We're just not healthy, happy people. And that's not true. That's what I want the message to be today. But there's something even deeper than that, is that we forget that no matter what, we get the position that we want. We have the career that we want. We develop the business, or we get into the relationship. We get married. We finally get our health back. We lose the weight. Our bodies look great, but still the happiness isn't there. And that's because we forget. We are all part of this thing we call the human existence or the human struggle. And part of being human is the struggle. It's understanding that really and honestly, being and achieving goals is absolutely fantastic. And we'll talk about that as we pull it together at the end. But honestly, the destination is not what's important. Getting that goal, as you have found, I'm sure, before in your life, it loses meaning once you achieve it. And that's the struggle. That's the struggle because you say, well, now I need to put something back in its place. And then we put deadlines on it because we've been told we need to put timelines on these goals, which then, of course, just adds more stress. What I want to share with you today is I honestly believe there is no destination. And I know that might not even sound like it's a good thing. Well, what do you mean there's no destination? There's nothing to achieve. Well, there is and there isn't. Because there is no destination. The goal achieving, the amount that we're looking to accomplish in life never ends. And so if we thought that we were going to get the position, the relationship, the health, the wealth, the body, well, that's not it. That is not it. There is never an end in sight. And that could be a great thing. And I want to talk about how great a thing it can be. So if there is no destination, which means that we're not going to just arrive at a place in our life and then become happy. If there is no destination, then what is there? Well, what there is the climb. And we forget that a lot of what we enjoy in life is the actual worthy climb, the worthy journey to get to that final destination. And sometimes achieving the destination is actually worse because we enjoyed what we had to become along the way to getting that goal. And that's really what it's all about. It's becoming a different person. It's about growth. It's about changing your body, your lifestyle, your mindset in order to achieve whatever that goal is. But that goal, for the most part, is arbitrary. Yes, we all want the good relationships. We want the good body. We want the good health. We want the career at least to have meaning. It doesn't have to be monetary based, but it should have meaning, some type of fulfillment. Meaning the best parent in the world, the best educator in the world, the best doctor in the world, the best lawyer in the world, the best, whatever it might be in the world. Right? So we want our job to have meaning, but at the end of the day, that's subjective. You can put a goal towards it. Well, what does that mean? Well, maybe if you're an art director, it's winning the highest award, in your industry. But then you achieve that. What do you have to do next? Well, you need to win it again that next year, or you always have to go back for that climb. So remember, it's doing the great work that eventually leads to that reward. And the reward is the healthy body, the body that's in great shape. It is the job that you want. It is the relationship. You put in the work on yourself in order to attract the right partner, in order to attract the right job, the health. You changed your diet. You started exercising. You started walking. You did some meditating. You did your detoxification. You did the things that you needed to do to achieve that goal. But guess what? You did them on yourself. And you'll always be able to take that with you. So when I say there is no destination, I don't mean that's a bad thing. I mean that the climb never ends. Once you start to begin to believe that you will finally achieve and reach a destination where it's this like Shangri-La, that it's like this just really amazing place. You create that amazing place each and every day in your life. It is not a place that you ever arrive to. It is a place that you're constantly creating and recreating on a daily basis. It doesn't stick. It's all about the journey. It is all about the climb. And I know you've heard about the journey before, but it's truly all there is. Remember, when you're in any position, whatever it might be, you're going to be constantly day in and day out accomplishing goals, meeting deadlines, working on your relationships. But at the end of the day, that never changes. It won't change. It will not change for the 100+ years that I hope that you're on this earth right here. It won't. So knowing that, what we need to figure out is this. Okay, so I know that the destination will never make me happy, but the pursuit and the growth that comes along with setting goals will. So now what I want you to do is pick a set of goals. One might be in career. One might be in relationships. One might be in spirituality. One might be in your own health and body. Pick certain goals that you're going to give your attention to, because you know that when you achieve that goal, whatever it is, you've had to grow as a person in both mind and body in order to achieve it. When you do that, then every time you achieve that destination of that goal, and it's good to have goals and it's good to have deadlines, but once you achieve whatever that thing is, you know that you've had to grow as a person to become it. And then you know, like, of course, I've hit my destination. That's what I was working towards. But I'm happy because I wasn't expecting this goal on that date that I achieved it to bring me some next level of happiness. I know that I'm creating my own level of happiness on a daily basis. And I'm working with the natural ebb and flow of this human existence, of this struggle that we all go through, where I'll have some good days and I'll have some bad days. But what I want is for my good days to last longer than my bad days. And when I get low, I want to be able to pull myself out of it very, very quickly. And I'm telling you, that in and of itself is the reward. The reward is the pursuit. It is the happy pursuit of something that you deem worthwhile. And I'll tell you, every time you achieve it, every year goes by that you grow as an individual, that allows you to be in the position then to lift others up. And I believe that's the real reward, far more than the money, the career, the well-being, although you need to achieve those in order to then be the role model to then help others achieve those same things as well. That is truly what I believe it is meant to be a human. Why we're all here, because it doesn't make any sense. Like when you look at it on a daily basis, all you're doing is that you're in that hamster wheel. You're just literally spinning that hamster wheel, but you look like you're staying in place. Well, not so if you become a goal achiever, you prioritize what means the most to you, you grow as an individual, and then you pass that knowledge, that experience, those struggles onto others so that they too can improve their life. And that's all I'm trying to do here with the Cabral concept is I've learned a few things. I'm not great at everything. What I want to do is be able to pass along what I've seen along the way. And I had my hard struggles early in life. And for me, that was a great thing. At the time, of course not. No, I mean, at no point did I ever think that I was happy that this was happening. But if you're struggling right now, you don't have to be happy either. But what you need to do is set a goal to pull yourself out of that. But you will never then be fixed and finished. Like we're looking to just be fixed. We're not. We're going to get better. We're going to get to a point where we have a better mindset that will only then allow us to continue to grow. And then I promise you this. If you get to a place that you are happy, right? Where no one's happy 100% of the time, but where you are happy, you are healthy, subjective, of course, we can then pass that on to others. That in turn will exponentially lift you up as well as others. I mean, truly, truly, I believe that is when you will feel the most fulfilled, far more than any amount of money that you can make, any fame that you could ever get. Lifting others up, helping them along this struggle, along this human existence is really where I believe that we're going to derive the most pleasure. Hopefully today's episode helped. It always helps me. Believe me, these Mindset and Motivation Mondays are just as therapeutic, hopefully as they are for you, as they definitely are for me. Thank you everyone for tuning into another Mindset and Motivation Monday.
Are you ready to heal yourself and then go on to heal others? If so, the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute can help you discover proven functional medicine protocols that blend the best of 7 different healing disciplines from around the world. I personally share with you the exact handouts and protocols I use in my private practice that enable people to get well, lose the weight, and live longer, stronger. I want to pass this information on to the next generation of health coaches, and that is exactly why I created IHP. We are the future of the health coaching industry, and the skills and knowledge you will learn will make you an in-demand certified health coach anywhere in the world. Although we have many medical professionals taking the IHP certifications, no experience is necessary, and half our members have no previous health certifications. At the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, our motto is a health coach in every home. Our goal is that you take this knowledge and then share it with family, friends, loved ones, your community, or in a practice where you create a career you love and can be proud of. The global IHP community is filled with some of the most kind and caring people in the world, and we can't wait to welcome you into our world soon. For more information or to set up a discovery call with one of our IHP Health Coach graduates, simply head over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org.